freaking terrible.
But we'll work hard to solve the format.
7 wins.
And I'm sure we'll make it there.
All right, what is up, my friends? Welcome to Bronze Mythic. Wait, where's Jim been? So, you may have noticed a bit of a lapse in my Bronze Mythic content for the last 4 days. No, I didn't quit because Spiderman is, you know, not the best. But like, comment, subscribe, of course. But I was in LA. I've been traveling nonstop for the last like 3 weeks. I was at MagicCon, home for a few days. My yearly vacation with the boys, home for 1 day. LA for a week. And now I'm home. The plan was in LA I brought my laptop and my microphone. I was going to stream from the road and record episodes from the road, hence why I had the gap in the schedule. But the hotel Wi-Fi was really bad. And frankly, I was just exhausted. You know, I do like 9-hour days at Riot when I'm there, you know, and stuff. So I just kind of was pooped and didn't do it. So that's the reason for the pause. But now we're back in. We're going to do some drafts. You know, I know Spider-Man's not the most ideal set ever, but we're just going to keep going here and keep the content rolling, keep positive. And rock and roll. So hang out with me. We'll just have some fun, you know. Maybe even when Magic is not at its you know, not perfect or at its best, it's still Magic, and it's all about the gathering. You know, it's just you and me and a bunch of our closest friends. So let's rock and roll, all right?
So wait, are you gonna go into battle dressed as a cool youth pastor, or you got your suit?
Let's roll with a Villainous Wrath. Kill them all.
That still only counts as one.
And that's our pick. We're taking the Wrath. The question, what's our second card here? So Nightclub is pretty awesome. This is a Mayhem land. Some good value if you can connive it or discard it other ways. Which is sweet. It's also Nil Vessel of Algavoth, which is a pretty great card. Just like a Gravedigger that reduces the cost of your cards. You know, almost every card in black and blue is a villain. Archivist, Margaret on the Case, whatever. There's a couple of, like, you know, cards you want to play in like a Rakdos deck in here. I think we're going to take the Vessel and not the land. I don't know, land's pretty sweet, but we can cut black pretty hard here with 2 pretty nice cards. We're going to do that. So let's take these two cards here. See where it takes us. One interesting thing about pick 2 draft is, like, your pick 1, like we saw in our last draft that we like could have taken 2 bomb rares in different colors, and like maybe should have, honestly, and hedge our bets a little bit. So it's pretty interesting. Alexander Resup, thanks so much. Again, I was in in LA all week doing Riftbound work. Riftbound's pretty gas. I'd love to hear people's thoughts on it. I may be doing some Riftbound content in the future, so give me your thoughts on that. We get past a Olk's Mouth to Many Eyes, and
So you weren't bitten by a radioactive wizard?
And we got Johnny Hoppy, Roof Skippers. We got the Midnight Hunter, which is a sweet card, but has pretty big diminishing returns, being a legendary common. Mothwing Shroud is quite excellent. I mean, this card's like kind of nice. It's so weird though, because like spiders aren't black or red, you know, or blue really, so it's kind of like not gonna hit very often. I don't know how many spells we're gonna have either. Maybe just the Hunter, and like, we don't really want the Shroud because like it's an enemy color, it's not supported. I guess I'll just take this mouth thing. And blue black does seem pretty sweet, and I've enjoyed being blue black. So, oh my god, oh okay, there's everything in this pack. Urus the Storm Spinner is a nice little rare here. It is the enemy colored rares are very interesting because this is an ally colored only set. They only support the ally color pairs, so there's no fixing lands or gold cards for enemy colors aside from these rares. This card is quite good though. Does require a little bit of extra hand holding. We got Scorpion Sting and the Schemer. We probably are better served here just to take the Sting and the Schemer and just be blue black. This card is hard to cast and requires a lot of work. Yeah, we'll just take the blue black cards and kind of go from there. Get Suave.
You are a sad excuse for a bad guy.
Yeah, this is great. Now we see here the Getaway Accomplice and the Orzor, which is a phenomenal common, just like an uncommon power level common. And looking solid for blue-black here. I'm not passing too much. Another awkward enemy-colored legend, which are really, really weird in this set. Opening pack comes back with the Knife Trick. Alley Lurkers it's okay. It's not great. Brawlers is pretty bad. You want to discard and draw, not discard for no value, if possible. Yeah, let's take these two. think we were already pretty solidly blue-black. Life Trick Wheel. This card's only okay. It doesn't play as well as it looks, honestly. And here's a rendezvous. A romantic rendezvous. How do you do? And back to it. What do we get? We get our DOS game art cover stuff. Giant Craft Helm. Actually, that'd be fine. This card does seem pretty good. It is a lot of stats. We're already playing. We have 1, 2, 3, 5 or more drops. You can't also just equip it. Like, it's not like a crazy thing to do. So we got the Crime Lord here, which plays a lot better in Dimir than in Rakdos. Rakdos is the Mayhem, like, Madness deck. But this card doesn't work with Madness because it's in the end step, which is, like, just really bad design. You know, but it does play well in the blue-black deck where you want to just connive things into the graveyard. Experiment's pretty nice, too. Back's pretty thin otherwise, but I'm pretty happy taking the Crime Lord and the Helm here. Let's see how Helm plays out. And yeah, you got 3 big things. Like, putting it on a Chronicler is pretty gas. There's a good chance it's going to have Hexproof. So, like, having a huge Hexproof creature is very, very nice. We get past a Surus Spider Silk Innovator.
Too bad about that spider guy.
Yeah, that's not really... And a Retreat, man. But there's cards for us. We see a Krobel Envoy of the Bog. A great thing to pick up the Giant Craft Helm. And just a fine card in general. Rest of the pack is pretty stinky.
Still a piece of garbage.
I don't really want... I mean, the Gift of Malice is fine. It's a good card to discard. You know, the Rakdos decks want to discard to Mayhem. The Dimir decks want to discard for value. So, let's take these two. There's a pretty good spread of white cards here, but that's fine. We get past not a lot, honestly. Mob Lookout's pretty awesome. I think this card's like pretty gas. Just great enabler, cheap card, good 2-drop, blocks well. Scrubber honestly can play in this deck because conniving is just very, very good. We got a counterspell and like a pretty... I mean, the Leon is also okay. I mean, milling is pretty sweet too. That's fine. Not a very good pack for us. Let's pick 3. Our deck's like already not like done, but like, you know, we've got pretty good stuff. And this is great. All right, so outsmart the amateurs, freaking Jace's Ingenuity, which is, you know, oh yeah. That's my kind of shit. And then Lookout's great too. For more 2-drops. It's great. Yeah, sure. We'll ship these 2 in here. I'm feeling reasonably good. What's our spider count? Spider count is 1. We have 1 spider. So again, the Mouth to Many Eyes. How many instant sorceries do we have? Not many either. So this card is pretty bad. And this card is kind of like an endemic of a... Whatever, sure. Endemic of like some of the issues of the set. Where like, there's a lot of these spider cards in like all the colors. And there just aren't any... There's just no support for this card. You know, like, you need to be like green, like Bant to play this card, have to be good. Which is very peculiar. But, you know, whatever. Just trying to do the, that's a nice pair of last picks, honestly. And then pack 3, what do we see? We see a Neuron Hacker, which I think is actually a pretty good card, but not unlimited. This card having the ability to do some sweet stuff with some artifacts. We see another Envoy. Unstable Experiment's a pretty sweet card. Really, really good trick, especially if you're discarding for value. We already have 1 Wickdew Midnight Hunter. My buddy Frank was making fun of all the Omenpath names, where it's just like Bizzlebork, you know, Spider Dude. And at first I was like, well, and like, nah, Krubel. They kind of are that, you know, which is pretty funny. But we were a little light on 2s. We have 2 drops currently. The Scorch of Spiders is like playable, but I think we can pass on that for now. And let's clean up here a little bit. Let's get the land, get this thing. A lot of 5 drops. These don't really count as 5s because we want to discard them, and then they're more like 3s that we just want to discard. We have enough Connive to make that happen. I don't want the counterspell that much. Yeah, we're doing pretty good on playables here, so not too shabby. Here's another spider guy.
We're not spiders.
We got Experiment and Vision. I actually like the Vision of this deck. I think it wears the counters from the discard commons that really well. And we just need 2 drops, which is fine. And the Experiment's great too. I think Knife Trick is only okay. We have some other removal spells. I think it's fine. So, rock the 2s, lower our curve. And this is 23 right now. I mean, like, the Obscure, Area Lurkers, the Leonin are our cards we're not, like, super excited to play. We get another Nil. This is a fine card to have 2 of, I think. And the Enforcers are great, too. Just, like, villain type, good body, Child of Night, good late game stuff. And then Passing Experiment, Nitric, and Lookout's fine. I think we're pretty happy with this selection. So, a lot of villains. We got 17 villains, which is usually the case if you're blue-black. You just, like, every card's a villain. So all of your villain synergy cards are just, like, automatically on, which is huge. This back sucks. There's not a card this back we would play, which is fine. We actually just have, like, infinite playables anyways, so not the end of the world. Kind of went into our lane, did the thing. Yeah, they certainly, you know, we're just like, let's make names we'll probably never use. Wektu and Ethics. So we table the Crobel, which I think is honestly fine. Eerie Gravestone is not so fine. Let's take the rare. This card's pretty bad. Hacker. I'm building a hacker that could be pretty fun. There's like a very slight artifact theme. And we get everything. We have so many playables at this point. We gotta cut some cards. All right, we're chilling like a villain.
I'll take it easy on you if you can hum my theme song.
Let's rock and roll. Over 1,000. So I think we're gonna cut. Yeah, we're gonna cut the. We already cut this thing, right? Cut this guy. 1, 2, 3. It's a lot of 5 drops. We're gonna cut one of these Tethrix. It's not very mana efficient. Experiment's good. Vision's good. Enforcers. Sting. We got one of these Knife Tricks. Owie Lurkers. The Leonin. This is 24 cards. Our curve is a little high. We have a decent amount of Cantrip and Conniving though. And again, this is not a 5 drop. This is a 3 drop. We didn't get any of the flyer. If it gives a 2 mana for a counter and flying, which is much better than this card is, but it's okay. I'm cool with this. I think 16 lands, our usual 16 lands, fine. We have like multiple. We have 4 2 mana cantrips, and then a bunch of 3 mana cards of cantrip as well, which is pretty good. So yeah, I'm in. So let's do it. We mana is a little more skewed to black. We've got still have a lot of blue, but we want a little more black, I think. Because we have the 1 mana black on this is pretty important to be able to cast that. So this works for me. All right, folks. It's villains. That's where we're at. So, folks, you know what time it is? It's prediction time. Time to place your bets. What do you think? 7 wins, yay or nay? You two folks. Sorry, not 7 wins. Nope. Not 7 wins, Jim. 4 wins, yay or nay, believer or non-believer. Let me know in the chat or the comments. Please don't be shy. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, of course. As always, support the channel. When things aren't going great and the sets aren't great and engagement's down, now is the time to really show your love for the channel and go that extra mile if you like what I'm doing here. Hit the extra like button. Make sure you leave a heart, leave a like, leave a comment, etc., because Spider-Man's a little rough. You know, I'm not gonna lie to you, you know. So, but we're gonna have fun. We're gonna do our thing. Let's rock and roll. All right, we're in. Chat. Come hang out with me. And this is great. Great hand, honestly. Enforcers and a trick to make it bigger. A 3 drop. The Wrath. Good stuff. Mike resub. Let's hear from Mike. One of our big time mods. Mike does a lot of work behind the scenes. Also runs a great news site called MTGscribe.com. Check it out. That was a pigeon.
Here comes Spidey.
Nope, not Spider-Man. Never mind. Lizard Villain. You got it. So, this is a spot where we're going to attack, and hopefully they're going to block. So, that's where we're at. Let's attack. Did we get him? We've laid the trap. It's pretty face-up. I mean, this card's a common that's, like, so good in our deck. And if we have it, it's, like, an absolute blow-up for them. It's really hard to block here, honestly. Which actually makes it a good attack, just in general. Because, like, most good players should never block here. I wouldn't try that in Bronze, but if you're in, like, you know, Platinum, Diamond, or Mythic, it's a pretty safe spot to run a bluff, and the payoff is reasonably high. If they call and block, it's pretty horrendous for you, but, you know, just being aware of things, of spots like that, where, like, the spot in the game where your opponent attacks and you go, yeah, I'm never blocking here in a million years, they obviously have a trick. Think about that. Put yourself in your opponent's shoes, you know, and be ready to be like, okay, is there spots where I can, like, squeeze damage in, you know? You gotta have stones to do it, but this connives to attack, sure. So, take some damage. And they play some Spiderwebs.
Gonna get sticky.
Alright, that's not great. We're still gonna like keep our stuff going here. 4-4, jeez. We're probably gonna Wrath sooner rather than later, so maybe we just like say go. Yeah. If I don't play this, I think the Wrath is too obvious, but I think I'm okay just saying go here, double blocking, activating this, and trying to... We need to draw land, but... Here comes the pigeon. They get a counter. Okay. And flying, too. Oh my god, it's so much damage. Alright, well, that's not ideal. They're coming in for 8. Our Wrath does look reasonably good here. We can draw a land. We need to draw a land, though. We don't. We still have 2 blockers. Alright. They're only on 3 lands, which is almost bad for us because they have 4 spells in their hands. When I cast the Wrath, they're gonna have a lot of stuff behind. This can give things flying. We still fire in a chump blocker too. We can like experiment and just like loot, try and find this land, and gain a little more life. Still don't find the land, and now we can discard this, but we almost like, I guess it's better than discarding anything else. So sure, we'll discard this. This conceals the Wrath pretty well, you know. Might even be inclined to attack here. Like, send in the lifelinker. You want to block with this guy, it's totally fine. If they don't block, it's also fine. We'd just be chumping on the backswing, so this will have the threat of activation, so... I'm gonna attack. I want to block go nuts. We don't want to use Scorpion Sting. We want to use this to mop up the creatures after the Wrath, so... We're playing to draw an untap land. If it doesn't happen, we're in a bit of trouble. We can also attack with the Owl Lurkers if we're desperate for a land. So, Green-White feels like one of the best, if not best deck. All the cards are just really good, and the stats are really big. And like kind of a weird, like, awkward format. Numbers are king.
Can we wrap this up before dinner? I have a date. With my aunt.
Alright, so... We don't want our block to be too obvious that we have a Wrath, but we also can't take infinite damage here. And I kind of want to keep the Alley Lurkers alive of where if I don't draw a land, I can attack Connive and get one more shot at a land. I'm just block like this. This should send some alarm bells off in our opponent's head, but go to 9. Just like land creature would be great here. Scouring Storm Soul. Could have gave flying, but didn't. Alright. We draw the land.
Oh, it's Lightning Helix! Oh my god!
Alright, so we're going to attack with both. We are going to connive away something. Just extra land, probably. Yeah, sure. Alright, and we are going to gain 3, and then deal 5 to them, and kill all their shit. And they're not going to block.
Bingo! Alright.
No, don't do this. Enough is enough.
Boom! Take 5.
That still only counts as one.
They do have 2 foods, but now they only have 3 mana. They have a bunch of spells in their hand, but we have Stitcher's Wings? Sure. Alright, well, it's time to play the Envoy of the Bog. 4 power menace creature, and they're 4 life. That looks pretty good to me.
Look who showed up. My old friend Spiderman.
Play land. What do you got, friend? They do have 6 life on the board, but if that's all they do, it's fine. And we have plenty of backup. We can go Schemer and Division, which is great. We have 2 kill spells in our hand. They're gonna play a Bagel and Schmear. No. Sorry. Perfected Pastry. And they're gonna die. Alright. We're gonna bin this. Not die yet, sorry. Not actually dead yet, but there are no white rats in the set, so we have no problem just doing our thing here. Okay, so keep spells, say go. Flying Ninja in chat says, "Hey Jim, I enjoyed the behind the scenes Pro Tour video. Yes, if you haven't watched that, please go watch it in the main channel. Behind the Pro Tour video is up, and it is kind of gas. So much work went into it. Check it out. Fascinated by the Sam Party limited meeting. Wildly educational for the public. I don't know how they would feel about that. That's not my content to give out, you know, so I don't think they would do that, but, you know, it could be a thing. There we go. Awesome. Good stuff. So, win the game. That's very, very nice. Reminder also, I am once again going back on the road. I know I've been home like 4 days in the last like month, but this weekend, I'm flying to Houston, and I'll be in the booth with Corey alongside Ryan and Carmen, who are phenomenal. Love them. And doing coverage of SG Houston. Regional Championship, it's going to be Modern. And if you are qualified, great. I'll see you there. If you're not qualified, show up on Friday. If it's a bunch of LCQs, both in Sealed and Modern, to try and get your seat, as well as a ton of other Magic side events and other game side events too. There's a ton of stuff happening. It's a lot of fun. All info is starcitygames.com/SGCon. And then, of course, I'll be doing coverage as well. You can find that on the YouTube at SCG Coverage. It's on YouTube now. It's not on Twitch. Don't ask me why. I'm just a messenger. But check it out. Hope to see you tune in. Ritual is going wants to do on Friday. Why is it Mystery Booster Sealed? Mystery Booster Sealed is really fun. I do Mystery Booster Sealed almost every event because I have Friday kind of off. So you can usually find me at basically every SGCon doing like the 10 o'clock Mystery Booster Sealed on Friday. They're very, very fun. We're going to keep this. That's good. It's not an arena tournament. Nope. Paper cards playing Modern. Swamp. So that's great. 2-drop and a 3-drop. We can connive and discard these guys, which is pretty sweet. And, yeah. Go get them, Enforcers.
Take it easy on you if you can hum my theme song.
Doing our thing. Green-black, one of the hidden archetypes. So, of course, the enemy colors are not exactly supported in this set. The allied color pairs are the archetypes. The enemy color pairs have a few rares, but not really supported otherwise. So, Golgari Community College, if you will. A little late on that laugh track there. Come on, folks. Give me a little more love than that, all right? Here's Suave Schemer. Just 2-3 with some action. We see a Flash in the Midnight Hunter. Not very good. If you Madness this card or Mayhem it, it's very, very good. If you don't, it is pretty bad.
Who's interested in some mayhem?
Attack for 2. All right, 20 to 18. Racing a lifelinker also not the best of ideas. And they're going to in-web. Sure. So they're going to fire in the Tunnel of Explorer.
Gonna get sticky.
And we've got Vessel of Valgavoth, Experiment. I have an awkward spot where, like, we don't currently have a way to discard these two gifted. I mean, we have the Experiment. We can't use them also. I'm just going to attack, and we'll just experiment and trade off the Enforcers. I think it's fine. And we'll discard one of these guys. We have a card we definitely want to discard, and, like, it's a 2-for-1. We get this cantrip, so it's actually just like a 1-for-1, basically. And we get this in the graveyard, and we have this thing to get things back, too. So, counter here. Connive, we draw Scorpion Sting and a land. That's pretty good. So, trade, gain some life. Play a land. We have Sting on their turn, and we have 5 drops for days and a bunch of gas. So we're in great shape here. Unfortunately, this is not a villain. It's a freaking hero.
I mean, it's not like Spider-Man could help or anything.
You know, definitely a lot of concessions in this set to, like, trying to make the characters right and not thinking about playability. Because, again, I think having the black heroes and the, the green villains is totally antithetical to what the themes of the set are. But they discard... Oh, they discarded the Hunter, right. Okay, so they had a plan here. Their plan was to bounce this back and then discard it to the Lookout. It is very interesting to see a Golgari deck. I don't think we've played with or against a Golgari deck in our 12 drafts so far, so it's kind of cool to see. We were Boros once, but have not explored the community colleges too much. And the community college joke is, of course, a very old reference to our Strixhaven Bronze Mythic, where the enemy color houses were supported, and we had one draft where we were Azorius Community College. That deck was awesome. So, all right. I think we're just gonna kill the flyer. I just want to spend the mana here, so I just have 5 drops for days, and they can double block. It's kind of awkward. So, and then we're gonna untap and play probably the Krobel, I suppose. You gonna kill my guy? The schemer. No. My schemes are never ending. No? Okay. We draw a hunter, which is a little awkward. That's fine then. We just play the Crowble, and now we attack with this, and then this will trigger for a counter and a surveil. We see a mob lookout, which is probably worse than a random card, I would think. We have a Madness card in our hand, but like we just have ways to discard regardless, so just dump that. Add the counter. Madness guy's going off. We're looking really good here. I agree strongly that having off-color themes in the rare slot is really good for limited, because you want to have kind of like interesting side quests to go on when you've like drafted a lot. You know, having these sort of like hidden decks to draft is pretty fun. It's just tough when there's like, you know, almost no support at all, and there's just not much juice to like latch onto. Gallant Citizen. Like, Gallant Citizen and Mob Lookout usually don't hang out together. We did a really fun game at Riot. We played... That's not a very good draw. We played Is It a Citizen or Not? And look for some short form content on that because it is kind of hilarious what cards are and aren't citizens in the set. So, our blower attacks here are great. We've got good stuff going on. We can surveil. We're probably just going to hard cast Tethix, I think. We could, like, Gravedigger back a creature. One spare mana. Gravedigger back a guy. Connive the Hunter. Add a counter. Add another counter. We have Menace for days here, yeah. I guess I kind of like that. Oh, wrong card. Sure. So,
You are a sad excuse for a bad guy.
let's return probably just a 5-drop, however weird that is. Let's jam 5-drops forever. Huge flyer. Let's discard another 5-drop. I'm sorry, no, discard the Madness guy. Discard the Madness guy. Add a counter to that. Attack for a bunch. Let's just attack alone. I don't care. So I'll attack both. What's up, D2? Double block is a double chump block. I guess we only killed one. It's not technically, it's just a chump block, but sure. Play the Hunter, say go, connive again, discard one of these, hit a land, say go. We got the Accomplice, we just got everything, folks. We really got things rolled up.
Here comes the money.
A brilliant player can get a strong hand cracked, go on tilt, and lose his mind along with every single chip in front of him.
I mean, we're still in really good shape, despite them having a Wrath. Sure. All right, we'll just play our big guy and say go. You know, like, this is a thing, you know? One good turn deserves another. And this is the reason to go green-black. So, if your opponent is green-black, you can pretty safely assume they have whatever the good green-black rare is, being this. So, all right. We're going to just wait a turn and try and bait this Wrath out. Try and make it look like we're flooded here. We could just kill it. We could 1-for-1. This only gains value if I have things in play. And that they're very unlikely to play on a Wrath here, I think. And they do not think we'll just cast the Wrath next turn. Well, that's not exactly a... Sure. I mean, it's a creature we can kill with the Wrath. It does make him lose some life, but... Oh! One good turn, my friends, alright? And play Helm. So there you go. And now we got a 5-drop for the Helm. So we're gonna have a monstrous creature next turn. Citizen seems really bad when you're not green-white, because it's very hard to cast Elvish Visionary, which is not very good, but... There's an Enforcer, sure. They got some more stuff. They only have one card left in hand. If they have another hard removal spell, that could be... I mean, we're 14. We're fine, you know? Play this. Auto-equip. Say go. It's a big boy, folks.
Good lord. Gigantism.
Death Touch, not Malice, not Menace, unfortunately, but it's got Malice, not Menace. Coming in. We're attacking. We're gonna Crime Lord also, get some connives going. They have double activate on the Enforcers, which is kind of gas, honestly. But doesn't really race the 8-9 very well, so that died. Play this Crime Lord.
You know, I'm something of a scientist myself.
End step connive, probably discard land. Scorpion Sting. Alright. I'm just gonna kill this, honestly. Whatever. So they have actual nothing. They activate twice. They're going to be at 11. We're going to be at 11. And we're going to have an 8-9 creature in play. Probably good enough. And now we're at the point in the game, too, where, like, we can just pay 5 mana to equip this to anything we draw. So, Helm's not bad. Oh, Scrubber exiles cards in graveyards. That's cute. Yeah, sure. Scrubber's like, okay. It's like mildly playable if you're doing the graveyard connive thing. Taking damage, sure. Say go. We draw a lot of spells this game, so our current, yeah, we're kind of due to get flooded a little bit here, but what can we do? We got a big boy. Just gonna attack. Pass turn. Oh, sorry, we're 1-0 right now. We're on the verge of being 2-0. Ancestral Carvings. Pretty good top deck, potentially. Top 5, 2 creatures. They only hit 1, and it's a pretty big stinker. Make a treasure. And we draw the Hunter. Hunter's actually insane. If we can end step it and just put the armor on it. So Helm, sorry. That's a big freaking helm. +4/+4. So there you go. With 2 potential attackers next turn, I think we're pretty rolled up here.
You serious?
1 win from Platinum 3. Let's do this. Genju of the Realm?
Pointless nostalgia.
We are playing more swamps than islands, but we are only 27% to draw swamp, and a lot of our cards are black. So just a bunch of 5-drops too. We're starting to mulligan his hand. Be a little sad about it, but whatever. And we mulligan 2, a pretty good hand. I'm just dump the 6-drop, I think. We got 2-drop, 3-drop, but I don't want to cast on 3, and a little value here also, so make it happen. We have, the vision doesn't do a ton for us. We don't have that many things to mill over, but whatever. Let's do our thing. It's sort of Sarah Angel, like, kind of.
Keep the change, you filthy animal.
Double chucker, eh? Alright, well, I would have loved to have milled that, unfortunately, but let's attack. Mill card. It's a swamp. They blocking. The good news is if they attack just to get a mill, we get to fire the Hunter and double block, which would be sick. Remember, folks, first with that follow button. Watching YouTube, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, support the content as always. Again, your support is extra appreciated when times are trying and, you know, when Magic's not doing its absolute best. That's times where content tends to dip, so I really appreciate your support. You know, things are a little rough. Thank you so much. Bant. Attack. 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 No attack. Okay. I'm just not going to play it. Save for value, so. Not our best work here as far as his hand goes, but we mill over a Vessel of Valgavoth. We have 2 of these, so we could chain them in theory, which is kind of cool. They're going to block, and we're just going to run it back. I mean, they'll probably not attack, but Green Link Reset, thanks so much. Let's get you back here. Principled Referee. It's pretty good. Doesn't actually push through. It does mean that I can't double block anymore, so This card's pretty awkward on his current board. You're not going to attack, sure. That time, I guess it's whatever, so. Alright, we'll just start playing these guys. It ain't pretty. This is certainly our plan A, but... 5 mana. 5 cards. Gotta get my commentator voice going. I'm commentating this weekend. I'm doing play-by-play with Corey. Usually I do color. But for the modern events, I do play-by-play, so... Gotta make sure I'm ready to get things rocking and rolling. I'll practice. Who wants me to practice, right? Hello and welcome to beautiful Houston for the regional championship. That's what it's called. It's regional championship. Regional championship. We got some mod action for you here today. We got 9 round Swiss here on day 1, cutting to a day 2. Pro Tour slots to give out, tons of cash. Corey, how you feeling today? Well, so the thing is, I'm going to be the play-by-play role. So, Amulet Titan player will do something. I will say, hey, Corey, what are they doing over there? And Corey will explain it. That is the point. Regional championship right next to New York. Now you got it. All right, so they just say go with 5 mana up and 5 cards in hand. The good news is that Death Touch tends to supersede most tricks, so we're just going to attack. Also, I don't care if this dies, so whatever. Worst case would be like an exiling or removal spell, but like we don't really care that much, so. Simply calling which spells in the back of which land in Belcher. I mean, was a legend? Oh my god. Who designed this set? Alright, I guess we just say go. Like, we have Sting and Hunter up. We'll see what they're up to. They're going to outsmart the Amateur. So, it was a damned if you do, damned if you don't scenario. They were going to dismiss or Ancestral Recall. Which is not ideal. Land 6, 7 cards in hand. I would say we were probably in a little bit of trouble. Here's a referee. They're going to put counters on the 2 things I can't Scorpion Sting. Really annoying. Okay. If the flyer attacks, I'll probably just block. Yeah, we'll just fire on the Hunter and Sting and block. They mill over a Tidal Spinner. They have infinite cards in hand, but... Who's pumped for Ninja Turtles? I mean, it's funny because I like Ninja Turtles. You know, I grew up on Ninja Turtles and stuff, but... Saturday morning cartoon certainly breaks the immersion a little bit. I guess double blocking here is totally worthless, right? I'm just like risking myself to a possible like big pump spell. Snatch back, great. That's fine. I mean, like the problem is they're so up on cards, like it's not even that good, but sure. So we are going to look out and probably discard the Madness guy. I guess the flyer connives, and then we also put the counter on it. It's a 3/5 flying vigilance. Not great in the sense that the vision is really good too. Maybe this already has Death Touch. Yeah, I think we just target here. I'm not gonna discard. I'm gonna discard the flyer though. Yeah, we'll go here. All right, we have not drawn the better half of our deck, that's for sure. But here we are. Attack for a bunch. Good. Oh, I shouldn't mind. I can't. Right, it's legendary. I can't play. It's yeah. It's weird that the common guard is legendary, but that is the case. So. If Turtles is another set like this, we're gonna have a problem. If it's a full set, I don't even know. I don't want to think about it. We have to do like Universes Beyond Pick 2 draft again. Like, they're trying really, really hard to break me.
Yeah.
Here come the clowns. All right, so we're gonna block just this. Just take a hit. It's fine. It is a small set. Oh my god. What's up, Godzilla? All right, and they get the web sling. Jeez.
Hey there, gotta run.
Their deck looks like kind of poopy, but they've certainly hit their mana and then hit their card quality as well. I mean, we've drawn kind of the bottom range of our deck. Yeah, Avatar's going to be fine. I have no concerns with Avatar. Avatar was just definitely going to be like Final Fantasy, a well-thought-out, long-planned, well-designed set based on a beloved IP that has like a pretty good like track record. Alright, so I think we're in trouble. They just have so much stuff, it's kind of unreal. Add more counters. This Phantasmal Vision is getting kind of preposterous. We draw the Helm. Helm's actually kind of gassier. We should put it on the Vision and make it 5. Oh, it's only 5 power. We should put on the other flyer in there, right? We're definitely getting in. Like, we're getting aggressive here, so just pop this bad boy here. Like, in fact, I don't think you'd play the Helm if you could only equip it for 5, but it is definitely a very reasonable mode on the card. We get a chump block, and they go to 5. It puts them, like, needing to be pretty aware of what's going on. But again, they still have 5 cards in hand. Again, their mana does look pretty bad, but they have pulled it together here. Generous Betty. If they can play one more creature, we're dead. Sinister Reset makes it much. I mean, they were plus like 5 cards this game. So I also mulliganed, and they had the recall too. So that's fine. GG. You got me. Can't win them all. It's okay. All right. And it's okay. It's not great, but make it work. Avatar. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Bending air. Pot of Elegance. And just gonna chill. We've got our Conniver and a Mayhem card and a card to go to the graveyard and a Wrath, so not too shabby here. Alright, just gonna say go. Instep Lurkers. Ooh, they incept a Basil Cabaret Loudmouth. Just the bear. The bears. Cruel Caracals, sure. You should probably attack first. Just, you know, basic limited 101, attack before you play a creature. Unless they have some very specific reason to do that. But we are going to get in here. Web it up. This is honestly a really good draw. Just like, whenever you have a format where the cards aren't particularly synergistic, it falls off synergy and onto rate a lot. And the green and white cards just have a lot of rate. It's like 1 mana 3/3, yada yada yada. So, alright, we're gonna attack here. We definitely need to connive. So we're gonna attack. We're gonna connive. We're gonna draw. We draw blue. We can discard the Hunter and then plan on discarding the Tethix if they try and block, which they probably will. Let's see what happens. We can also Hunter and then experiment on the Hunter too, which is kind of nice. Wow. All right, I'm a little surprised. We are building towards the Wrath. We don't have double block yet. We do want to milk the Wrath out for the most possible by not playing our good stuff yet. We have like a Raised Dead guy too, so we're clearly playing the Hunter. The question is, do I want to experiment on this guy or this guy? I think I'm just going to pick this. Like, we want to cast the experiment. If you want to, like, actively try and find second block. Need to watch all the Avatar shows. Listen, you know, I watched 10 minutes of one on my flight and then felt like I wasn't paying attention. It seemed very, very kiddie, like it's a kid's cartoon. I don't know. Maybe. We'll see. No promises. I'm going to block and experiment. This is not... It's card neutral, but I mostly just want them to, like... I want to find a black source. I want them to use tricks or trade and play more creatures. I want this to look like a somewhat normal game, so we can get our Wrath going. Cool. So let's discard the big guy. MTG resub. The twice-a-year Iceland RCQ is upon you. Good luck, my friend. Mothwing Shroud. That's kind of nice. Now the problem is that, like, Wrath... It's really hard not to telegraph the Wrath here. And they're so low on resources, you might not even need it. I'm just going to play this guy. If I still had the Tethix, I would just play that, but I'm just going to play this. So you go. We had the vessel to get it back, so... That is the actual worst case scenario.
A brilliant player can get a strong hand cracked, go on tilt, and lose his mind along with every single chip in front of him.
Alright. Sure. Just gonna say go. Just gonna fire up the Wrath. They'll at least play the 2-drop. Even if they like play around it, just attack for 6 next turn, we're still gonna Wrath them, and they're so low on resources, it should be fine. But that sucked. That was not we were planning on getting our guy exiled with our Gravedigger. So, all right, please play a creature. Please play a creature. They do not. All right, that's fine. All right, here's Wrath. We honestly will probably just raise dead the Tethix and play it. Play a 3/3. Yeah, that's still fine. Get back the big guy. Play the big guy. Stay go. 4/5 Death Touch is a formidable body. Crisscross is gonna make you jump. Actually, kind of bad for us. So we don't really have many flyers. Sure, let's play Lookout and just do some stuff. Play Lookout, connive. We're gonna connive onto the nil. Draw another land. It's a little floody here. We're not gonna lie. We're gonna attack. Yeah, I mean, this guy's the end of your end step. This card is so awkward. So we can jump block. We are not quite dead on board. I'd prefer not to lose this game. They mulligan. We've had every advantage. You know, like, they had the second Moth, which punished us for playing this. We're a little flooded. Just like, you know, a few bad things have happened, but a few choices could have maybe gone the other way either. That is gross. Alright, so that's really good. Well, we're in some trouble. We're going to block now, rather than next turn, I think. And then we are going to attack with a lot of creatures that have managed for Death Touch. It's actually a pretty good draw, because we can jump block again. So we'll just jam Death Toucher and Death Toucher. And they are at 11. They can't block forever. Or not block forever, I mean.
I bet you weren't expecting that one, God.
And we'll will say double blocking a death touch creature is fairly ambitious, but props. We'll hold this inside again. It's connive too. Jeez. Oh, I screwed up. I forgot. I mean, I don't have any spells, I guess. So we'll just connive onto a beater, I think, and threaten. Yeah, we're just gonna land anyways. It doesn't really matter, I guess. So all right, sure. So go. We have lethal technically. We can draw a spell between the connive and the counter here if they have nothing. We are probably chump blocking because they don't have lethal just yet. Okay, that is lethal. But if they have nothing else, then they die in the backswing. Okay. Alright. Do they have a blocker? Survey says no. We actually draw a huge flyer. So, the only card that punishes us that I can think of for going for lethal is the Destroy an Attacker or Blocker. Is there any sort of, like, untap trick? I don't think so. Or should I go for it, I think? Oh, this guy? They have another one of these. You probably just can't beat that. So, if they had that, they would have just killed us, right? They would have just tapped. Like, what would have not killed us last turn that stops us now? You know? I think it's just the 2-2. Just the 2-2 kill an attacker or blocker. Look out. We're going to connive here. Right. Oh, we drew a spell anyway, so this works out very well. Not actually very well. We're actually a mana short, but whatever. We're going to go for it. Oh, it's 2 counters? I didn't know that. That was 1. Woo!
Game.
Close one.
Blouses.
Almost difficult for us, but on the precipice again. The stinky part about the way these drafts are structured is that now that we're in Platinum, we can't even make up a full rank if we 4-0 a draft. So we could make the next rank in this draft because we had 2 pips already. But if we go into Platinum 2, our next draft, we couldn't make it to Platinum 3. We couldn't make it to Platinum 2. So it's kind of annoying, but this hand is it's a little finicky, but it's fine. We've got loots for days, got our helm. Golgari again?
Inconceivable!
Alright, yes. Let's get our vision going. I mean, build your own Sarian is pretty cool too, you know? Oh, Canada, my home and native land, to be true. Here's the loot. They discard a common crook. Sure. Well, I guess we're gonna play. We should play land first. In case we draw the black madness creature. Take an eye with a flyer. We draw a Chronicler of Collapse. I mean, really good with our helm. It's gonna be a hexproof monster. 8/9. It's not very flavorful. Discard the lookout, I think. So there you go. Enforcers lookout to return with the nil. We draw a black so you can play the enforcers. Abzan. Abzan Technology School, I guess. Alright, so we're going to make some blocks here. There's no, like, 2 creatures, is there? We're going to find out. What do you got? Our cards just ain't that important, so I'm totally fine blocking. And they're going to play the Gravestone.
Still a piece of garbage.
Yeah, that card's very good. Alright, so we're going to... We can return the illusion, just cast it again, which is actually just great, I think. Vision. Say go.
making villain butt look good on a resume?
Next turn, Doc Octopus. Gonna come in with the DOS game cover. I didn't enjoy Modern Horizons 3 draft, so I know some folks did, but it wasn't really my favorite format. 3 cards for our opponent. We're going to play Grobel. Attack, add a counter, surveil. Pretty happy to block, I think. Alright, so we are going to attack for 1 in the air, no reach here. Just a casual spider with no reach. Attack, mill. Let's fire up the ridiculously large hexproof 8/9.
Good lord. Gigantic.
Good luck, have fun. You got the O3 for Menace here, too. I get a few more cards in the bin, it's gonna be a freaking 12/12, so no evasion. Archivist. Oh.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Exile target artifact or enchantment has been called. Alright, whatever. Now we're just off of the Doc Ock train here. It's fine. 1 card left. Draw Scorpion Sting. Alright. Well, fortunately, that was a lot of our plan. They just dealt with both sides of it at once. Middle of a swamp. Play our Crime Lord, say go. We can trigger the Crime Lord with Morbid with the Scorpions thing. That is Morbid, right? Just like mechanic Morbid. So you can kill a thing next turn. They're gonna Gemstone, mill, return a creature, sure. They reveal a what is this? Hunius Horizon Splicer, EDB exile, non-land permanent from hand and graveyard. That card's pretty good. Okay. Sure, that's pretty good, honestly. I think we're in some trouble here. This is a pretty good card. Just like, set card advantage. Yeah, we're in trouble. We're at 11. That's not a bad draw. Attack. Question here is, do I want to just play it now, try and draw a spell? It's kind of unlikely we actually add the count. Yeah, sure, let's do it. I feel like we're unlikely to discard a spell here, but we'll just draw our cards. Oh, well, there we go, never mind. Now I can't Scorpion Sting on their turn, but I do another experiment, so this is fine. Add a counter, get in for 2. Play this. Say go. This is pretty annoying because they're going to get back their other spider too, so just like a really sick value card for limited. It's like your classic like unplayable and constructed but pretty good limited card. That might do it. Okay, we just need spells, so... Alright, yeah, that's pretty bad. We take a bunch, go to 4. This thing can just kill us, too. Really weird. Oh, no, we're not black. We were playing so many swamps. Oh. We've actually seen almost every island in the deck. Oh, my God. Oh. Alright. Double Chump and Prey is our current plan. I should kill this guy now. So we'll go to 2 without them pinging us. Alright. Everyone say a prayer for Swamp. Where's 3PO? Never tell me the odds. 44% to draw Swamp. That's not bad. That's actually pretty good odds. Alright, block here and block here. This should be extremely obvious that we have it. The problem is they're just going to get their thing back anyway. I guess I'll get back my creature to play, which is kind of cool. So That's kind of a bummer. It's kind of a bummer. All right. So that menace anyway. No. The card goes back to their hand, not play, right? Yeah, the cards go to hand, not play. All right, so not so bad. Obviously, 3-2 isn't ideal. I found in this format we've been lacking removal a lot. Our Wrath, held a lot of weight, but we just really don't get a lot of like Doom Blades. We had a Scorpion Snake and a Wrath. That was really it, which is kind of an issue. Knife Trick and like the smaller damage-based removal spells have not been very good. The hard removal has been really, really important, and it's been kind of scarce. So I think to watch for. So, but not too shabby. Could have maybe pulled out a trophy with a little bit better play, but. What are you gonna do? It happens sometimes, right? So, let's draft again and keep rolling here. Like, comment, subscribe, support the content as always, and I'll see you fine folks in the next episode. Don't be shy, folks. Love you all. Thanks so much.